the in-between can be a difficult moment when you have reached forward toward that new identity, but the old one still grasps to exist, you know? Who are you without that old identity and that understanding of yourself, which included the limitations? I'm asking this myself. So not speaking as a teacher, but as someone who is on the journey of who am I without my limitations, without my fears, or even like with them, but that they don't have to be significant or a barrier anymore, or like a reason or an excuse to not be and do. Someone said recently that you begin to realize that you're the space that holds both things, you know, any identity really. And one of the identities I think that I'm letting go of is this thought that I'm always behind. Because I literally had this thought since I was a child that somehow other people were ahead of me and that made me feel bad, right? Like I would open a 17 magazine and there'd be some article about a kid in Florida who saved all the turtles or something, and I was like, oh my god, what am I doing with my life? But it's just always kind of been in the back of my head that if I were to show up to my dream at any moment, there would be somebody that I'd be aware of that got there before me, and that somehow would make me showing up for my dream less significant or less special and important. And it's funny when I say that out loud, I'm like, okay, it doesn't make sense. In the sense of, like, that they're all each individual dreams, you know? Just because you might be doing something similar to what someone else is doing, their version of it is not your dream. So, I don't know, it's really interesting just to make these things more conscious, you know? Like, just admit it. Maybe even hit your own record button and just talk about it out loud. And just be like, oh, I guess in a way that doesn't make sense. I mean, you know, like, I come from a culture where there's a lot of comparison because there's a lot of competition among people. And so that probably is just like a habit of thought, you know, that I've picked up, where there's always like someone ahead and someone behind, but it's only if you're all on the same track. And it doesn't make sense if you're on different tracks. Even if they're very close to each other, right? Plus, as Dr. Seuss once said, and now I can't remember the exact quote, but it was something about, like, the purpose is to be the youest you can ever be, or something like that. And so, like, even the expression, like, just you literally being you, there's only ever one of those. Only ever one, like, even if you think about different timelines and all that stuff, right? There's only ever one of you. And so there could never be, like, there is no competition in being you, because there's just you. And I think it's something to remember, you know, because the world will kind of pull us back into that comparison trap. But then if I just kind of drop in to just remind myself that, like, there's only one me that's going to do my thing, whatever that is, even if it's similar or whatever. There's only me. Yeah.